Hey, what's up? In this session, we're going to talk about how to tune correctly. Now, this might seem like a really elementary thing to talk about, but you really aren't going to sound good if you're not in tune. Obviously, nobody is. And there are some tricks and things to think about when you're tuning. For instance, here's like rule number one for tuning is tune the way that you play. Too often, people will tune really, really lightly with their finger. And often for a good reason, like, hey, they don't want to be too loud on stage or they don't want it to be picked up through a microphone. Somebody might be praying or a different moment. So I totally get why we don't want to tune too loudly. However, if we tune really lightly and then we play more aggressively, the pitch and the dynamics of the guitar are going to be a little bit different. Let me show you what I mean. So if we look at the tuner here, and I'm going to tune the low B string. That's a really light attack. That's a really light touch. I know it's jumping all over the place, but you really you're paying attention to where it's settling. And don't pluck it and hold it forever, because it'll always fade. Pay more attention to where it meters right off the attack. So that's flat. I would always suggest you maybe pluck a little harder like you're gonna play. I probably play like that. Let me show you what that sounds like. Here's really light. So if you tune like that, it might not, and then you play harder, you might end up being a little more sharp, especially as you fret a string. A little note for you, it is impossible to fret a string on any guitar and cause that string to go more flat in that moment. You will always cause the string to go more sharp or be perfect. It's fine, depending on the setup of your guitar and the intonation. But as you fret, it's going to be either perfect or more sharp than what it is. And so the trick for tuning is to pluck like you play and then to error a little bit flat. So I like to get it to kiss center, kiss 0 cents sharper flat or green on this, and then error a little bit flat like this. I like that. It's hitting tune and it's going a little flat. Let's do the E string. That's about the way that I'll play. See how that error is sharp? I don't ever want that to happen. So I'm going to then tune my string down further than I want to. Don't ever detune to try to get it in tune. Go down below and then back up. And the reason for that is this string is under tension, and if you loosen it, you're going to relax a little bit of the tension from the saddles and bridge and the tuning peg, and you're going to let this string relax a little bit like this, and then as you play, it's going to do a little bit more. So you always want to go down and then bring it back to the tension. So the A string here, I tuned down already. Let's get it back up to tune. See how it's flat? That's great. You go way flat and you come back up. I like that. It's going to hit a little bit of green, maybe a little bit more, and then error flat. Let's move on. I like that in the D string and that in the G string. So again, that's it. And now the bass sounds pretty in tune. So, just a quick recap. Tune the way that you play, so pluck with the aggressiveness that you normally play at, and then error a little bit flat, but still kind of hitting in tune. And if you're ever sharp, detune your string further than you need to, and then come back up to center and error a little bit flat again. Cool, I hope that helps. Let me know if you got any questions.